I'm Natalie Bumke with a frightening situation that unfolded this morning while our colleagues were live on the air. Chicago police have issued a community alert about the incident. They are trying to track down the man in these photos. Around 7 o'clock this morning at the corner of Clark and Hubbard, while our reporter was in the middle of a live report about gun violence in Chicago, a man walked up and pointed what appeared to be a firearm at our crew. Right now, police are calling this man a person of interest, accused of aggravated assault with a firearm. If you have any information regarding who he is or where he is, please contact Chicago police. Our reporter and photographer were not injured, and we want to say thank you to the viewers who are watching Good Day Chicago and called or emailed to make sure our crew was okay.
All right, guys, so what you just saw there was exactly what you think you saw, right? In the liberal-run city of Chicago, right? The gun-free zone of Chicago, right? Well, the legal gun-free zone of Chicago. You had somebody on a street pointing a gun at a news reporter as they are literally doing their job, okay? You cannot report the news in Chicago without almost getting your head blown off, right? We literally just saw that on camera, right? But hey, this is par for the course in regards to what we see in these big liberal cities. I did a news report on what happened in Oakland, right? You got news reporters in Oakland getting robbed. Okay, I think a security guard for one of the news crew got killed. I did a story about that too a long time ago, right? This is what is happening in these liberal cities, right? These cities that again are, gun-free zone, right? Strict gun laws. Democrats sweeping down, hey, this is what we need to do to prevent criminals and people who shouldn't have guns from getting guns. I guarantee you that guy with that gun probably not obtain it legally, okay? But with that being said, the point of this video is that while this is happening on her streets, Lori Lightfoot is having a press conference in which she's getting upset at a reporter who rightfully called her out on her BS, right? Because Lori Lightfoot is having a tourism problem.
Chicago is a city in crisis right now, from the chaos we saw downtown this past weekend to the rise in violent crime.
And CBS 2's Tara Molina has learned the combination is already impacting tourism numbers as we head into the summer. Tara joins us live downtown with the effort to turn the tide. Tara.
Erica, the recovery effort when it comes to hotel occupancy in Chicago has been much slower than we've seen in other U.S. cities, and now crime is making an impact on that, something we're told the city just can't afford. Chicago shines in the summer. It's when tourism numbers typically go up here for good reason. But when the picturesque is replaced by images like these from the weekend, crime numbers near an all-time high in the Loop. For some, this great summer city loses its luster.
Our main headwind right now is public safety.
Michael Jacobson is president of the Illinois Hotel and Lodging Association.
Unfortunately, we have seen both individual leisure travelers begin to cancel their hotel rooms for the next several weeks and months because of what they've been hearing on the news and what they've seen happening downtown. More concerning is we've even seen conferences pull out of Chicago altogether for other cities in the Midwest.
And that's after downtown hotels were pummeled by the pandemic. Thankfully, he says the recovery effort continues here. But still, Chicago is lagging behind other major U.S. cities when it comes to occupancy rates. From New York and Boston to Orlando and Atlanta, we're dead last.
Yeah, so those images there, guys, that you saw, right? Do they look like white supremacists, right? Those images look very similar to the images that we've seen over the last 2 years or so, especially during the 2020 Summer of Love, of people that have terrorized cities across this country, right? But according to the Democrats and the FBI, though, white supremacy is the biggest domestic terror threat they need to worry about, okay? Not those people, not the gangs, not the thugs, right? The criminals in Chicago, right? That are terrorizing the city so much that people don't even want to come. So Lori Lightfoot is trying to fix this problem, right? And she's desperate, okay? She's opening up a casino in Chicago to try to fix the problem, okay? To try to attract people to come to her city, despite all the crime and violence going on there, okay? And this reporter is calling her out and saying, listen, the reason why Chicago is having these problems is not because they don't have casinos or plenty of entertainment and attractions for people to come. People don't want to come because it's just simply too dangerous, right? They're scared to come, okay? And he not only calls her out about that, but he also calls out about the fact that she issue a call to violence after it was revealed that the Supreme Court probably is going to overturn Roe v. Wade, right? And Lori Lightfoot didn't like that, okay? And because she didn't like that, she decided to explode on this reporter. And I want to react to it because this is just shameful of her, okay? And the way she acted during this press conference. But, you know, this is what happens when Democrats get called out on their nonsense, right? They lose their minds and they go off on a reporter, even though the reporter is speaking facts here, right? Things that Democrats claim that they love, but they actually really don't, right? They really don't like facts. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into this.
Mayor Lightfoot, you're patting yourself on the back today for rushing through a casino that 80% of the people in the new 42nd Ward say they just don't want. We have, you're saying that this is going to, if it's ever built, that is, result in tourism, result in conventions. But the real reason why we don't have the tourism or the conventions is because of violent crime.
Facts. And I want you guys to pay attention to her body language here, right? As this guy is calling her out on how terrible of a job she's doing as mayor. Pay attention to her body language.
Issued a violent tweet,
she's
call
shaking.
to arms.
Her face is shaking.
Since then, we've had multiple instances of mob violence in downtown Chicago. We've had shootings, murders, mass shootings. You talk about Texas. Mass shooting here in the city of Chicago.
Question?
I'm not laughing at the fact this dude is saying there was a mass shooting in Chicago. That's not what I'm laughing at. What I'm laughing is that her head is literally visibly shaking because she's being told facts, okay, about the fact that what she's doing with this casino is not going to work. It's not going to attract tourists to Chicago because Chicago is too dangerous, right? That's why people don't want to go to Chicago, right? It doesn't have anything to do with the fact that Chicago doesn't have entertainment and attractions. It literally has the fact to do with her city is too dangerous, okay? Because she let the criminals run the city, right? So much so to the point where she actually emboldened the criminals and told them to riot in the streets and to basically take up arms, okay? She issued a call to arms over the Supreme Court in Roe v. Wade. Right, in which response to that, they actually went out in the city and protested. Okay, they protested, right? After she said that. Then on top of that, gun violence, something that Chicago has been dealing with for a long, long, long time, aka gang violence. Not really gun violence, gang violence, really. When presented with these facts, she can't take it, right? She literally is about to explode. Again, this is the woman that claims she has the biggest penis in Chicago, right? Got the biggest penis in Chicago. Keep that in mind.
There is indeed.
What is it?
There is
Let's
indeed.
get to it. Let's get
Absolutely.
to it. A speech is not what you're
In fact,
supposed
you went
to
to
be doing.
Texas.
Let's get to it.
You went to Texas.
Please get to your question.
Well, if I may ask my question, you went to
Please,
Texas
ask
for a
your
gay
question.
and lesbian fundraiser, okay?
She went to Texas for a gay and lesbian fundraiser. Bruh, this reporter is calling her out, bruh. Oh my God, this is gold. This is absolutely gold.
I've talked to the taxpayers, the voters, the citizens of Chicago, mostly black and brown. They say that they resent that.
He done threw the black and brown card. Bruh, this reporter deserves a raise. Oh my goodness.
Will you rescind your violent tweet to call to arms?
No, let him talk. The more he talks, the more stupid he sounds. Please continue.
Will you rescind your call to arms tweet in the light of the mass shooting in downtown Chicago?
So,
as stupid as you think that may be.
So let me just deconstruct the series of lies that you just spewed, as you do every time you come.
What lie? I did not hear one lie. I did not hear one lie. Okay? This is the same woman, when confronted before by a Newsmax reporter, claimed that all the violent crime in Chicago was down, right? Murders was down in Chicago. All the violent crime was down in Chicago when it is, in fact, up, right? Crime has risen consistently year over year under Lori Lightfoot's watch, okay? Because she's done a terrible job. But let's hear her debunk this guy's lies.
To one of my press conferences. Number one, our tourism numbers are off the charts. McCormick Place.
Wow. Wow. Guys, you saw the facts. You saw the chart. You saw the news report there. Chicago's hotel occupancy rate is 50%, right? It's less than most major cities in this country, comparable cities. But according to Lord Lightfoot, Chicago's tourism is off the charts. Hotel occupancy rate, guys, indicates how many people are visiting this city, right? If hotels aren't full, if they're half empty, which they literally are in Chicago, that means people aren't coming. People aren't coming, which is costing businesses money, okay?
Is about 90% capacity from what it used to be pre-pandemic. So that's lie number one. Lie number two is that somehow the call to arms, the call to action that I issued in the context of the Supreme Court's decision to overturn Roe v. Wade.
She's acting like that makes it any better. Well, I said that because of the Supreme Court and Roe v. Wade. So you're insurrectionists now, right? You're insurrectionists. You're essentially calling for violence in response to a government policy or something that the government did, the Supreme Court did that you don't like, right? So you're insurrectionists. That's what you're saying, right?
And basically turn back the clock 50 years time where women are not going to be able to be in control of their bodies. No, sir, I will not stand down. I will not retreat, because women in this country are not going to stand for some unelected body to tell us that we don't have the right to control the circumstances and the when and where in which we produce our children.
What are you talking about? You're a lesbian. You're a lesbian. And you claim you have the biggest penis in Chicago. So this doesn't even really apply to you like that. It don't apply to you like that. So what are you talking about? What are you so angry about? I don't get it. I don't understand. I really don't.
So you're going to let me speak, sir. You're not going to talk over me. That's not the rules here in this press conference. And if you don't want to abide by those rules, you can take your nonsense someplace else, because I am about full up with you.
Yeah, because he called you out with facts, and you don't have a counter argument for those facts. So you try to sit up here and go to the podium and act like you're so tough. Oh, I'll kick you out. I'll kick you out. When he's simply calling you out for the failures that you have under your watch as mayor of Chicago. Tourism is down in the city. Gun violence is up. Criminals are running the city under your watch. Under your watch. And when called out about it, you attack the reporter instead of actually addressing the issues.
Craig Wall, ABC.
I'm not finished. Let me just finish. And the nonsense that you're spewing, that tourists aren't coming to our city, all you have to do is walk up and down Michigan. No, sir. No, sir. No, sir.
No, sir. Don't give me a fact, sir. Don't give me a fact, okay? Don't give me a fact to dispute my lie that I just told, okay? If you do that, I'm going to kick you out. Oh my goodness.
You will stop speaking. You will stop speaking. You're full of crap. And that's the nicest thing that I can say. I will not let you spoil this moment. And I will not let you, if you do not stop.
No, she's directing her comments your question. Keep it down.
Harold.
Respect her the way she respected you.
Harold, if you do not stop, I will ask you to leave, and I will make sure that the police take you out of here. You will not act like this, sir.
Wow.
You can talk and say whatever you want on the street, but in here, in my press conference, you will not act like that, sir.
What did this man say wrong? She's acting like this man is being violent. He's not even being disrespectful. He just simply asked the question. He Peter Ducey her. And this woman is going off on him because he's just giving her the facts about how bad of a job she's doing. This is crazy. This is Democrat Party, guys. This is the authoritarianism in the Democrat Party. Okay? She's like, I'm going to get police to escort you out like you're a criminal. Okay? She wants to sick police on this reporter. She'll sick the police on the reporter before she sick the police on these gang members, right? This guy got tougher treatment for Lord Lightfoot than she's treated all the criminals in that city. Okay?
And let me be clear with you. I'm not patting myself on the back. I'm not doing a victory lap. What I'm saying is that after 30 years of futility, the men and women of this city will have good paying jobs that they can build a future on. What I'm also saying is that the tax taxpayers of this city will not have to be called upon again to shore up our police and fire pensions. Now, you don't want to hear the facts because you can't handle the truth, sir. But that is the truth.
No, you're the one that
Next report.
You're the one that can't handle the truth. You can't handle the truth because you exploded because this guy literally just presented to you the facts of your failure and why people aren't visiting Chicago. I just showed you guys a news report on it. Everybody knows what's going on. But this lady, because she's on a power trip, okay, she can't handle it, right? Being called out on her lies. Okay, these are the people running these cities, guys. These Democrat-run cities. This is why they're failing, right? This is why they're in the state they're in right now. This is why they're hellholes. Because of people like Lori Lightfoot. It's so simple. It's so simple. So, with that being said, man, that reporter deserves a raise. And Lori Lightfoot, shame on you for trying to go after this reporter simply for calling you out on your BS. But let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.